Thank you very much. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Ronnie Show. Of course, this is night number 3 of our 12 Days of Christmas. Obviously, as you can hear, I'm basically getting over a cold. So, yeah, obviously, the voice is kind of all over the place, but, still plugged up a little bit. You could kind of hear that too, but, other than that, I feel just fine. So, we're gonna go on, as normal here. So yeah, it's day number 3. We have a lot more prizes to give away, that is for sure. And to all of you who have entered the giveaways and things like that, we thank you so much for that. So yeah, let's get talking. Okay, thank you very much. Boy, it's just been a crazy week so far, at least to get things started out with. I think I might scoot closer just because, I can't project like I normally do. And of course, I've got the fan on because if I don't have it on, it's just going to get really hot in here. So, yeah, this is basically the first day back in terms of filming, where I felt good enough to do it. So you all might be wondering, Ronnie, how did you get a cold? I mean, that's probably the number one question everybody is thinking. But just to give some context, I'll take you back to Friday night, because obviously I came down Friday, had dinner, did all that, did the game. That was fun. And then, of course, this weekend I stayed with, my principal, who I stayed with, for, the last 3 months of my high school journey. I had actually planned to film a couple of things down there in the basement in the studio, our permanent studio, temporary, I guess. However, that just didn't end up happening. I just wasn't prepared for them, really, that's why. So, that's why you haven't seen them. Not because I was sick, but, just for that reason. And so, yeah, and obviously and you know this. In fact, they've made appearances on here before. Very few, but one stream I know for sure they definitely made a couple of appearances. They've got 2 dogs. Both of them are Shar-Peis. Now, as a lot of you know, I'm not allergic to dogs per se, but my allergies definitely flare up when I'm around dogs. In fact, every time, afterwards when I go home or, back to campus or whatever, I always take some of my allergy medicine just so that, it doesn't, the symptoms don't get worse. And obviously, I forgot to pack that when I was going to spend the weekend down there. And don't get me wrong, I wasn't around the dogs very much, but that little bit that I was, it was enough to cause problems, for sure. So Friday night I felt fine. Saturday, most all day I was alright. I was sniffling a little bit. Did have a bit of a runny nose, but nothing too severe. We called the game Saturday night, probably the best game of the season. Probably one of my favorite games to call in the regular season in quite some time. So that was really fun. That was a fun night on Saturday night. And then that's Saturday night when I got home. That's really when things started to go downhill. And I just started to, full on get a cold. Because I was sneezing. I was sniffling. Normally when I do get a cold, I get like a rough feeling in the back of my throat. where it feels funny. And this time I didn't have it, so I didn't think anything major was going to happen. And then when I woke up the next morning, oh my God, it was just, ugh. Like, it all hit me. And so, yeah, so I came back up here to Sioux Falls, obviously, back home, and safe to say, I spent most of the day sleeping on Sunday. I mean, I had never felt so tired in so long. In fact, yeah, I basically slept because I got back up here about 1:45, and I think my grandma was still here. And, you know, we talked for a little bit, and then she went off and did some errands. My cousin had a dance recital, and I wanted to go see her. But obviously the symptoms, you know, got worse, and, you know, if I was going to be out and about, then that was really not going to be good. And, of course, I had planned on doing Green Bay versus Denver as well as Detroit and the Rams at the same time. But, you know, obviously we couldn't do that. So, yeah. So, yeah, so she left about 1, and then I took a nap till about 3:30. And, you know, I thought that would kind of, you know, obviously I didn't think I would be, you know, 100% back to normal, but I'd at least feel a little better. So then when I went out onto my recliner that's out here, I just was so tired. I mean, I was dozing off for like 2.5 hours straight. Like, I would doze off for a minute and then come back, and then doze off for a minute and then come back. Like, I did that so many times. Like, I was so tired. And so, basically, I had dinner, and I was done with that by about 6:45, and then I just slept the rest of the night till, like, I don't even remember what time. It was Monday morning, but, yeah, I was definitely not good. Definitely not good at all, because I slept for, you know, 14-ish, 15-ish hours. So, I mean, and I do remember, actually, I mean, I've never slept, well, I have slept longer than that before. There was one occasion, it was in 2019, I remember this very well. In fact, I could tell you the dates if I went and looked it up. But I think it was in mid to late February of 2019. I was just knocked out, basically. I mean, I don't think it was allergies that was the problem, but I was throwing up, and, you know, and I think I had like a really bad cough too, so, but basically, I think it was a Friday night when I first got sick. And I spent the night on the couch, and then I basically spent the whole day just sleeping on the couch. Like, I was asleep basically the whole entire day. Like, I was maybe up for 2 hours at the most. Because I typically, on average, you know, my ideal time of being awake is 14 hours, and then the other 10 sleep. But, so just going off of that, just because it was the weekend when this happened, and thank God it was a weekend, and thank God the Muskies weren't playing either. So, although I think they did play that Tuesday night that I missed because I still wasn't 100% feeling well, but, you know, well enough to, or not well enough to broadcast the game. So, I was asleep basically all day that Saturday, and then I kind of was up and about on Sunday. Like, I ate lunch. I remember I had Wendy's for lunch, and I basically fell back asleep for quite a while, and I didn't wake up until dinner time, and then I was fully up and about. But I'm almost positive I missed school the next day on that Monday, so, yeah. So it kind of reminded me of that, because I was just so tired. And, you know, obviously, as you know, I do a lot of things here on this channel. I mean, obviously, you know, obviously, you know, I'm a college student now, so, although I will say, in terms of homework and tests and exams I've had to study for, it's about the same, or maybe even less than it was in high school. I mean, really. It's kind of shocking to me. And you only have like 5 or 6 classes on your schedule total. So you might have 3 one day, 3 in the next, 3 different ones in the next, and so on. And, that's fine, but I kind of like them all together like it was in high school. So that, because this is going to come up in the next semester where I have an 8 a.m. class, and this is my Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I have an 8 a.m., and I don't basically have another class again until 2 o'clock. Now, that I'm not quite sure about if that's going to stick or not, because I have to switch one of my classes with another class. I got an email about it the other day. And I still haven't responded to it yet. But, yeah, I got to switch that around. And depending on what that class is and when it takes place, then, obviously we'll go from there. But Tuesdays and Thursdays, I'll start at 8 o'clock, and then I basically have a class from 8 to just after 12 p.m., and then I'm done for the day, pretty much. So, I really like that. I really like having them all together, and that was kind of the case for me this semester, at least with my Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, because Monday I had a class at 9, had a bit of a break, and then I had class from 10:40 to 11:50, although we never went until 11:50, usually about 11:30, and then you let us go. And then I'd go for lunch, and then I'd probably have 45 minutes or so to, maybe do some homework or do some of that, and then I'd have class at 1 o'clock. And then in the fall, since, obviously I was doing film stuff with the football team, that wouldn't start till about 3:30, and so that time kind of in between when class ended and when practice started, I usually got all my homework done during that time, so I had the rest of the evening off. So that was just that was the perfect schedule. I couldn't have had it any better, I don't think. So I was really, really proud of it. So yeah, that's why we were still able to kind of do all the usual stuff we have here, because I had a lot more time than I thought I was going to have. So that's good. Although I think that might have screwed me over because, obviously I don't really take much breaks on here. Mainly because, all the sports I cover, they're basically year round. So, 52 weeks, during those 52 weeks, I'm live at least at some point at one point during that week, or, so 52 weeks a year, basically. So I basically never get a break. And when I do, obviously I'm live and wherever. So, yeah, it's just kind of funny how that works. But, yeah, the only time I really ever take breaks is when I get sick. So, and this obviously, I kind of got way off track here, but this one was more so on me for not bringing my allergy medicine, because if I would have brought that, I don't think I would have gotten sick. Or if I would have, then it wouldn't have been as bad and I would have been able to push through. So yeah, that one's kind of on me for not having that, but you know what? I'm doing fine. So that is good. So yeah, the next couple of days we're going to get caught up on all the days, because days 1 and 2 are released now, and I think as this is airing, we're supposed to be on day 6. Yeah, because Sunday was day 2, Monday 3, Tuesday 4, today's Wednesday, so that's 5. So yeah, 6. We would be on 6 as this is airing, but yeah, we'll get caught up today and tomorrow, and yeah, by the end of tomorrow night, we'll be back and caught up with everything. So yeah, because we got a lot of money to give away, lots of prizes to give away during our giveaways. So yeah, we'll take a break, and when we come back, we'll do some giveaways. So yeah, don't go anywhere. Welcome back, everybody, to the show. Well, it's day number 3 of our 12 days of Christmas, and we've got some more gifts to give away. We have over $3,000 worth of gifts here on day number 3. Yeah, 3,000. See what I mean? All of you in the studio audience, of course, will win these gifts. And then 10 lucky winners at home will also win these gifts. So that's over $36,000 worth we'll be giving away just to one of you at home. And I'm not even going to do the math on the audience because it's a lot. It is a lot for sure. So we'll start out, obviously since it's really cold outside, you're obviously going to want a hot beverage. And especially in the morning when you wake up. So we have, it is worth $299. If I can flip the slide. There we go. It's an OXO 12-cup coffee maker. So yeah. Sorry. I am obviously not a big coffee fan, but I'm sure that a lot of you at home will take this for sure. Alrighty, this next thing, it's kind of an interesting tool. It's worth over $300, and it's a digital pen. So yeah, I don't know what you're going to use it for, but hey, you'll find a way, I'm sure. And then, obviously when it's warm outside, or cold outside, you obviously want to, you think about the tropical weather a little bit. And even though we're not sending you anywhere tropical, I'm sorry, not yet at least, here's a surfboard you can take along with you, although it'd probably be hard getting that on the plane, but you can make it work. Alrighty, for the sports fanatic, kind of an additional piece to add to your game room, it is this soccer table. So yeah, I don't think I've ever been good at one of those before in my life. I don't know. I need to try it for myself. Alrighty, and this final prize. Now, obviously, we like to end the giveaways with a big prize, whether it's a trip or, something that's expensive. And at almost $1,500, we are going to be sending you and one other person on a weekend up in Minneapolis, Minnesota. So, yes. Alrighty, those gifts are worth over $3,600 in total. Over $7,800 we've given away in prizes total, and all the prize packages combined. Now, if you want to win tonight's prizes, call 090-11323-000, 090-11323-000, or text the word WIN to 844. Oh wait, no. I'm sorry. Text the word 3 to 84444. There we go. Lines will close at 3 a.m. Eastern Time tonight. And, boy, I'm burping up the leftover chili I had for lunch. And, what was I going to say? You can make 5 entries per voting method. And each entry will cost you 25 cents. So, yeah, and remember, it's 10 random winners. So, yeah, we'll take a break and wrap things up right after this. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, everybody. What did we learn here tonight? It's that I've got a lot of catching up to do. But you know what? We're going to get there. We have so many great prizes to give away. Like, it's amazing. So, yeah. We'll see you all next time, everybody. Bye-bye. Thank you. Thank you very much. Closed caption was brought to you in part by